Hello everyone, this is chapter 17 in Marketing Principles. This chapter is on integrated marketing communications, and in a nutshell this is about the promotions P of the marketing mix. Okay, so we're going to go through this in a little bit of detail, and then in class it will be expanded upon. So here are the learning objectives for this particular lecture. So read through those if you want, press pause if you need to read through them, and we're going to continue on. Okay, first off, we have this concept called integrated marketing communications, and basically what this is you've got numerous marketing communication tactics you can use: advertising, social media, um, coupons, personal selling, all these things. Well, basically what integrated marketing communication says is that all these things need to be consistent. So the message that your salespeople give out should be the same message that you put on Facebook and the same message that you put in advertisements. Okay, so basically there needs to be a consistent message across all the different channels and all the different platforms. Okay, so you've got this focus on customers, obviously, and you want results that are positive, and communication channels allow you to move towards results. But again, all the different marketing, promotion, marketing communication tools should all be giving off the same message and be consistent with one another, because if not, then you just basically confuse people. And that's just the essence of IMC. That's what we call it. Okay, so talking about communications, we need to think about the communication process. Okay, so with any communication, be it verbal or written or other, you've got the sender. This is the one who actually sends the message. Okay, in a marketing context, we're talking generally about the firm. Okay, the sender develops some sort of message. They encode the message in the form of words. Okay, so they've got an idea that they want to promote. Okay, so they encode the message using words, using an advertisement, using social media, whatever it might be. They send the message out through a communications channel. This is called media. So a TV advertisement, a newspaper advertisement, a social media tweet, a blog, a personal salesperson. Any of those things are considered the media. It's the method in which the communication is transferred. Okay, and then the receiver receives the message. They decode it, which just basically means they make sense of it, and there you have it. Okay, so this is the basic communications process. If you've taken a basic communications class, you should already be familiar with this. All right. Every step throughout the communication process, you get feedback. All right. So the ultimate feedback is for consumers to purchase products. Okay. So they receive the message, they run out and buy the product. But there are other types of feedback as well. So just keep that in mind. But at the end of the day, it almost is a continuous loop where the receiver receives the message, does something, and the process kind of starts back over. The sender kind of revamps the message, maybe changes the communication channel, and kind of goes on and on and on. So it's just this constant feedback loop. Okay. You also have what's called noise from the environment. Noise is just anything that can distract you from the particular communication. Okay, so it could be a crying baby in the background. If you think about advertising clutter, it could be other advertisements that kind of get in the way and distract your attention. So anything that takes away or distracts from the message is considered noise. Some things we have to think about in terms of communications is one of the big goals of communications is to make people aware. Okay, so we've got this 4-stage process called AIDA, and it stands for awareness, interest, and desire and action. So before you can get people to purchase product, you first have to get their attention, have to make them aware of a particular product or idea, service, whatever it might be. Okay? If you don't get people's attention, if you don't make them aware, then you're guaranteed to not sell your product to those people at this particular point in time. Okay, like it says here, if you use more than one channel, more than one medium at the same time, it's going to increase the chances that your message will be received and understood, and thus the product will now be made aware to the consumer. Okay, so when I say multi-channel, it means, for example, you send out an advertisement, a tweet, and a salesperson and a coupon that all are kind of giving off the same message. If you use those 4 channels, it's going to increase the effectiveness of the message than if you just use one of those. Okay, once you make people aware, you have to persuade them to buy a product. So at this point, you're just looking at trying to increase interest. Okay, so you've got to do things to get consumers to be motivated to go out and seek more information and investigate the product. Okay, this comes after awareness. Then we have desire. Okay, so desire takes interest a little bit farther. Yeah, I'm interested in the product, but now I think I want the product. You know, I want to go out and buy the product. All right, so it's one step beyond interest. And then action is the actual purchase of the product. Okay, it's more than just purchase, but it's a big one. Okay, so you know, purchase is the big one. You know, sending out positive word of mouth to other people could be another one. Maybe engagement with a particular social media message could be considered another one. So all those are, you're actually physically doing something active in regards to a marketing message or a series of marketing messages. That's action. So again, AIDA, awareness, interest, desire, and action. Lagged effect. Basically what we're saying here is that there's typically a delay in advertising's impact on the marketplace. So people don't automatically run out and buy a product the first time they see an ad for it. They may occasionally, but typically it doesn't work this way. Normally you need roughly 5 exposures to an ad before people will remember it. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That's why you see ads running again and again and again, because you need multiple exposures. Okay, so the trouble with this method is if you're trying to track the effectiveness of advertising and marketing communications, it can become very difficult. You know, were people persuaded after the first exposure to the ad, the 3rd exposure, the 5th exposure? We just don't know. You can't really track that. You can't ask people that question because they're not going to really know how to answer it. Okay, so 2 big questions. What are the different steps in the communication process? And again, that's the sender, the encoding, the medium, the decoding, and the receiver, along with noise and feedback. And what is the AIDA model? Awareness, interest, desire, and action. Okay, advertising. This is, like it says, they're the most visible element of IMC. We know what advertising is. We don't have to define it, but just know, like it says there, that it is very effectiveness in creating awareness as well as interest. Okay, so it gets people the knowledge and the information that they need to start considering whether or not they want to purchase the product or not. Public relations. This is just another type of communication strategy where basically you are not promoting products, not promoting services, but you are basically promoting yourself. Sometimes you'll see companies sponsor a Little League team. You know, that's PR. You might see an organization that publicizes that some VP got promoted, or that their sales team is out working on a Habitat for Humanity project. Those are examples of public relations. You're basically just you know, generating non-sales related media attention, basically. Okay, it's become very popular. It's very effective. It works very well. Okay, and like it says there, the last bullet point, as people become more and more put off by advertising, PR is becoming much more effective. Sales promotions. These are, again, coupons, buy one, get one free, things like that. That's considered a type of marketing communication tactic. Okay, like it says there, it's used in conjunction with generally advertising, because you've got to somehow make people aware of the sales promotion. Okay, do know that it's generally used with a limited time frame. So you won't see coupons that are available for forever. There'll be some expiration date. Buy one get one free is only available for a certain period of time. So typically there is some sort of limited duration. I mean, it could be years, but it's just a finite matter of time or period of time. Personal selling, what salespeople are and what they do. Just basically, they're out promoting products. It's very expensive because you've got extensive labor costs. So it can be very, very, very costly. But it can create significant value. How many of you have bought products based on the influence of a salesperson? And the answer is you all have. We all have. No question about that. So it's very valuable. And especially if you've got